Hey guys, Jinx here and welcome to my new video, and today I'm gonna show you how to make easy currency, or one way of how to make easy currency after you reaching maps. So if you already progressing in the game and you have a character which is able to run T13, T14, T15 maps, um, then this obviously will not that profitable as you maybe within red maps, but you just hit it 70 or you just hit it maps, and now thinking of, okay, how can I start making currency on an easy way? So what you can see here is the result, or is my result, after 100 runs of VAAL site areas. So if you don't know how to run specifically VAAL site areas, it's pretty easy. You're just gonna put in a segfrag into your map device, click on activate, and then you get the portals to a VAAL site area. You just clear the VAAL site area. Those are no big areas. Those maybe the size is half a map, so you should just need something around a minute or so to clear the whole area. And pick up the loot, dump it in your tab, start a new VAAL site area, and rinse and repeat. So what I've done was I bought 80 segfrags at dusk, and tried to buy the rest of the 20, but trade is cancer as hell right now, so I wasn't able to buy the last 20 frags at a decent chaos rate. So what I've done was I ran 80 maps and picked up 20 out of my sustained sacrifice fragments. So here 20 are missing. The calculations I make, or I will show you here, includes the drops of those 20 sag frags. So if you're gonna buy 100 of those, you have to pay something around 15 chaos. That's right, 15 chaos. Those are cheap as fuck if you wanna run them, and this is a pretty low investment with a absolutely high return. So as you can see here, those are all the raw currency drops and stuff I got out of those 100 VAAL site areas. As you can see here, I have 3 divine orbs. Those divine orbs were not raw drops. That means I got 3 6 links out of those VAAL site areas, but all of them were trash. So I basically rendered them for the divine orbs, but those 3 divine orbs are worth more than I have invested overall into 100 segfrags. So the price for those divine orbs are a bit higher than 20 chaos, so exactly 21 chaos, and I paid 15 chaos for all sacrificial fragments. I got a bunch of maps. Well, those are low tier maps, because if you're gonna run a VAAL site area, the monster level is 69. So most of those maps are tier 3. I have 3 or 4 tier 4 maps. But yeah, if you're gonna start mapping, or if you're gonna reach maps and start doing this, you can push your map pool pretty hard. Also, as you can see here, I have 24 chaos, but I got only 4 chaos as raw drops. Those additional 20 chaos were trades. I was able to sell 2 jewels and 1 ring. The ring was 10 chaos and 2 jewels both were 5C each. So that makes additional 20 chaos to those 4 chaos I got in raw drops. As you can see here, I have a bunch of jeweler orbs, and for obvious reasons, those were not all raw jeweler drops. I would say 95% of them were basically made out of 6 socketed items. So if you're gonna run those VAAL side areas, you will see a shitload of 6 socketed item dropping. And yeah, you can basically vendor them for the jeweler orbs using the vendor recipe, or if you are able to drop a rare version of the 6 socketed stuff, and it may not be corrupted, you will be able to 6-link them if you can use it, or if they are corrupted, just vendor it, or if they have good stats and maybe they will be tradable, you can try to trade them. If you're gonna not sell them, you easily can vendor them for the jeweler orbs. I also got a bunch of 3 color socketed items for the chromatic orbs. I'm a bit disappointed about the VAAL orb drop. I only got 4 of them. And as you can see here, I got 5 gem cutter prisms. Those were not raw drops. So how was I able to get 5 of those gem cutter prisms? It's pretty easy. If you're gonna run, no matter if you're gonna run maps or if you're gonna run the VAAL side areas, you will see gems dropping with the addition superior. So if you're gonna see a superior gem, you can be sure there is quality on them. And if you're gonna sell a bunch of those quality gems you may not use for your own, and maybe you will not be able to sell them because no one is looking up for them, you need overall a amount of 40 quality to turn those gems into a gem cutter prism. So if you have 4 gems and each of them has a quality of 10%, so those if you're gonna add them together, you have an overall quality of 40. Just vendor them and you will get 1 gem cutter prism. Yeah, as you can see here, I got a bunch of sacrifice fragments back. As I said before, 20 of them are missing because I want to get this stuff running and not whisper 400 or 500 people to get 1 or 2 sac fragments and then go to the next one who listed those sac fragments. So just imagine 20 of those sacrifice at dusk are missing here. I got overall 60 fragments out of those 100 runs. That means the sustaining of those fragments is at around 60%. That means if you're gonna run or if you're gonna buy 100 sac frags, you should be able to easily run 200 plus of those VAAL-sided areas before you are going to run out of fragments. So that makes it even more profitable before you need to rebuy those seg fragments. So what's the overall value of the stuff in here? I just put up a XiNNXxX. The prices are the variance in prices are pretty heavy. I mean, 5 minutes ago I was at 155, so that could be mean that, well, bots are back or whatever, undercutting and stuff. Yeah, the price or the value you can see here may yeah, fluctuate, but should be around 150 155. As you can see here, I lost 3C within the last 2 minutes after the last synchronization. So the prices may vary, but 150 to 155C, that's a reasonable net worth of the stuff I have in my dump tab. So to make it easy, let's say we have 155C here, and just take out the 15C we invested in the 100 seg frags. That left us at 140C net profit. It took me about 1.5 hours to run all of those 100 VAAL site areas, which yeah, makes a hour ratio of around 90C per hour, and that's a pretty good chaos ratio or chaos to hour ratio if you're gonna start mapping with your fresh level 70 character. Yeah, as you can see here, I have a bit more stuff in it. I have a gold rim dropped. I keep this item just because it's a level item. The value is not that big. It's a 1C item. I keep the unique ring because unique rings you can use for a render recipe. If you have a full stash tab of unique rings and vendor them, you will get a 6 socketed lore weave with the chance of being 6 linked, which is pretty nice. And you can see here those two staffs. I got a corrupted Agnorod East Imperial staff and a uncorrupted Agnorod West Imperial staff. The missing ones are obviously the South and the North staff to complete the set. So if you're gonna vendor the set, you will get the Vingtars Square unique map. I haven't checked the value of this. Those two items are generally between 2 and 5C each. I think XiNNXxX listed them for 2C. Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, that's also a bit of currency. So that's a pretty easy and yeah, relatively fast way to generate currency, especially if you're early mapping or just hitting the maps. Also, I was able to get some contracts and a few rogue macros, a bit more than 3.6k, which I'm gonna use for the next video. In the next video, I will start checking the profitability of the contracts, especially the normal contracts on the low levels. So I will split them. This one is a demolition map. Here we have a demolition. This is a brute force. So I will separate the requirements, and I will separate the area levels. So there will be a bunch of content the next few days and weeks to come up with. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So as I said before, I saw the last few weeks a lot of players asking, okay, I hit level 70, I hit the maps, so what should I do to make currency? For obvious reasons, you can also do maps, you can run maps, you can progress your atlas and so on, but especially if you are early in the game and looking for upgrades on Trade League and so on, this is a decent way to generate currency you can use to buy stuff or to convert into chaos to upgrade your gear. That's only one way. There are several ways, but this is a pretty good way. As I said before, I had an investment of 15C. As you can see here, the price again went up. I invested 15C and got 150C in return. So that's 10 times the amount of my investment. And that's a pretty good profit margin, as you can see. So comment, like, subscribe. If you have any questions, just comment below the video. I'm trying my best to answer all those questions. And as I said, the next video I'm going to check the profitability of those contracts beginning at level 69 and up. So see you in the next video. Have fun.